Welcome to Whose Turn Is It Anyway, your board gaming podcast where we talk about all things cardboard and occasionally we get guests on the show. I'm joined with Dan from the show. Hi, Dan.
Hello.
And also we have Haakon Gaarder from Gem Games. Welcome to the podcast. How are you doing?
Thanks for inviting me. I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah. We're excited to have you and talk about all things DECKO, which we'll get into in a little bit. If you're thinking, what is DECKO? Well, we're going to explain it. We're going to get into some deep dives around this new and upcoming game, which we're very excited about. And I know me and Dan particularly cannot wait for this and get hands on it. But we'll get into that in a bit. But what we like to do, Haakon, is for every guest that we have on the show, we like to learn a little bit more about our guests and as either gamers or designers. And the first question we always ask our guests, it's the same thing, is what got you in the hobby? Like, how did you enter the space? Did you enter as a player or did you enter as a designer first? Because different people have different entry points, right? So, yeah, how did you get in?
Yeah. Well, I got in as a player. What really got me into board gaming was playing Eclipse in 2012.
Oh, okay. First edition.
Yeah, exactly. It really blew me away that a board game could be as good or better than the game StarCraft, a computer game.
Yeah.
And it was so cool that you could design your own ships and then get to actually use those ships to conquer other players. And you could explore the galaxy and find ship parts and put those into your ships and so on. And it was such an epic experience, even though it's just a game and there's no story cards or anything. It's just rules. Mm-hmm. And it really blew me away. And then a few months later, my girlfriend was going to study in London and LSE to take a master's degree in 1 year. She asked me to come along. And I came and I moved in there with her. And then I joined the board game club in London on Board.
Okay.
And I was hanging out there basically 5 days a week, every day after work, drinking beer and learning board games. Nice. And I see that as my board game education because I met so many board game experts and I got to try all the best games. And I would just request games in the forums there and people would bring them the day after and I could play whatever I wanted. So it was fantastic. Time of my life.
If you're going to do it, that's the way to do it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you live in a major metropolitan area like London, you don't need to own any games. You can just ask for them and play them whenever. Mm-hmm. That's great.
Good on the space, isn't it? I mean, you don't have to hoard like hundreds and 200 games in your library. Just this is Davey, right? Davey's one of our podcast members. This is his philosophy. He has his collection spread across everybody else.
Yeah,
and I think he's onto something. He's definitely onto something.
Yeah. Then you have an incentive to stay more in touch with your friends as well. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So what happened in London there? You kind of, instead of owning all the games, you kind of choose some games that you're really into, and you kind of become the ambassador for that.
Yeah.
And you have to buy it because you'll eventually have to bring it.
Yeah.
And, I ended up buying Keyflower. I was really into that. I love have you played it?
No, I've not played any of the Key games.
I've not played it, but I know it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know of it.
Yeah, there's this great auction system with your workers you also use for auctions.
Yeah.
And a lot of tension in it. And, I played that a lot. And Chaos in the Old World. Mm-hmm. And I also got into coin games. Pretty much everything. All kinds of games. Yeah.
Nice.
Because, of course, there was a resident coin guy there and a Carcassonne guy. And, you could just
you got
meet them.
A guy for every kind of game, right? It was like, I fancy a bit of that. Yeah, cool. I fancy some card games. I'm going over there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Perfect.
There's several designers as well. Yeah. Fabio Lopiano was in that group at the same time.
Yes.
Nice.
And he was running a Splinter group at the time. He was only playing Avalon, the Resistance, at his apartment. So I was in there as well. So it was a great time.
Great time to be alive. Yeah. I mean that's a good era for gaming. I think from that kind of mid 2010s up to. I mean, I got into the hobby, or back into the hobby, should we say, probably 2015, 2016. So Terraforming Mars is just coming out. and that was the new thing. So, what's all this about?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a kind of a nice time. So many options. I mean, it has changed the industry. I think with even publishers that I were once, looking through catalogs for, even 10 years later, completely different. But I suppose that's just time, isn't it? It's just what's going to happen in 10 years. It shifts
Now you're
around.
spoiled for choice.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I wish they would do like me and think like one game per year per publisher. That would be nice.
Yeah, it's just like
just one really good Uwe Rosenberg game and one really good Eric Lang game every year. I mean, that would be perfect.
If we could all just slow down, guys, just slow it down a little bit, so we can all
like one good one at a time. yeah.
That's cool. No, Eclipse, being your kind of first foray, that's a good game to get started. I think, I echo that. I have owned the second edition. I had played first edition. I've got because first edition didn't have the quality of life luxury components in where the cubes would all sit nicely into recessed areas on your player faction board. I remember very vividly we were playing first edition on a table which wasn't big enough to play this game. And the faction mats were, the faction mats were overhanging slightly the edge of the table. So that just meant every time you knocked the thing, the cubes just went everywhere. Yeah. And it happened, I think, at least 6 times during the game. And it's just like,
that's
God,
horrible.
Where did they all go? Every time
very clumsy group.
Every time I think of first edition Eclipse, I just think of just cubes flying everywhere. But it's great.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought that the invention of dual layered boards would be a saving grace for many people?
Just
great
stuff. Cool.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Let's move on to the next question then. So I have to ask, and it might be an easy question, or it might be the most difficult question, but what is your favourite game of all time? What do you gravitate?
I'm not really the kind of guy who has a favorite game, but I've thought about it. I thought you'd ask me. So the way I frame it is, which game would make me the most sad if it ceased to exist?
Good. That's a good way of looking at it.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
I think, and I think that would be Chaos in the Old World.
Fair.
Really love that.
Cool. Nice choice.
Have you played that, Danny?
No, I've not played it. You're not the first guest to have mentioned that one as well. I can't remember who else it's meant to be. Yeah, a few of the guests have mentioned Chaos in the Old World. So I keep making notes. So whenever we have guests in, I'm like, right, make a note of that. And I must look to try and play.
Just, have you played like Warhammer and 40k and that stuff?
A long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you've done that, you have this love for that universe, and it just fits so well, and it's dripping with theme.
Nice.
While still being very efficient and just the right way of asymmetric. It's not like one of those games where every faction has different rules, but it's still very thematic and different. Yeah. And you get to be a chaos god and destroy the world. That's a pretty cool role to have.
Exactly. So what's not to love?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Okay, that's your kind of favorite with quotation marks around it. Let's kind of move on to more now then. So, what games have been hitting your table these days? Like what have you been enjoying playing recently, even the last few?
Yeah. So my group very recently discovered Camel Up or Camel Cup.
Oh yeah, Camel Cup First Edition or Camel Up.
Yeah. Camel Up.
Yeah. That's surprisingly good and very
fun.
Very.
I really like. Yeah, I really like Camel Up. It's bonkers, but it's kind of what you want for a camel betting game, isn't it? It's it works really well in how it all works. Yeah, it's very good. You played it, Dan?
Yeah,
I've never played it. I mean, I've had it in my hands multiple times, going, should I buy this? And I never did. But I think it's something that my kids would like. I think I should maybe
100%.
one day invest. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, and for heavier stuff, I mean, Tyrants of the Underdark, very good.
Heard of that one? Yeah,
great deck builder, and Concordia has been played a lot. And there are new games every evening, basically. But yeah, Pax Pamir.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's really a great game. Have you tried that?
No, not played Pax Pamir. I played Pax Illuminatum, which surprised me, actually, that game. A 4X game and a card game, and you think, how's this going to work? But it does, and it does it quite well. But now I'd like to try Pax Pamir. Is that the one with the Afghanistan war with the... Yeah. I remember the very nice like ceramic-y columns in that game that I kind of just want to touch, to be honest.
Yeah. It looks like something you would play in the 1800s in a little tent in Afghanistan.
Roll the
like a little tablecloth.
Yeah, it looks fun. It looks cool. I do need to try it. This game.
Yeah. It's really elegant, very, very cold early, but and very elegant, quite heavy.
Nice.
So the one you mentioned, Pax Illuminatum. What was it?
Yeah.
What's the theme there?
It's based around the Illuminati, and your players are different lodges, and basically spreading your influence. And the board is cards set in a kind of not overlapping, but they're kind of staggered in the way that the cards are created. So you can essentially, like a hexagon, you can go to 6 different areas off the card, and you can expand, you can exploit, you can exterminate, you can do all of those things, but you're trying to
do all the X's.
Yeah, all the X's are there, and it's just a card game. And you're buying, you're getting cards from the market, very PAX like, you've got the shop and the market that you have. But what's really cool is that you're trying to play cards in like a run where you're trying to link them with the colours. So you're kind of trying to, I'll do this one, which is a green to a yellow, and then I can follow with a yellow to a blue, and then I can play the blue one, or triggering different actions off the cards, doing some cool combos, which is nice.
I love that. Combos is great.
It's kind of really satisfying linking cards together and ultimately trying to expand in a way that you've got a secret card that says you're trying to expand in a shape that looks like this, or these particular cards, or whatever it is, and you've got these gold cards. And there's all sorts of things that happen with the resources where they can end up getting not stolen, but they can kind of get moved from you, and there's a bit of stabbery in the game, being Illuminati and in the shadows. And I remember enjoying it a lot. It was for a little box game, comes in such a tiny box, and you get a 4X experience out of that in under 2 hours. It's like an hour and a half. It's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you played Space Empires 4X?
No.
It's such a great 4X game, the ultimate 4X game, really. But it's so old-fashioned, though. It's like tiny square cardboard pieces on a map.
Oh, okay.
And you get like an actual spreadsheet that's printed out that you have to fill in with a pencil to keep track of your economy. But it's surprisingly smooth. And I wish someone would crack the code on that one.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
You can hear Dan furiously.
It's surprisingly smooth.
I'm having a look,
Yeah, and it has this great fog of war mechanism where you just flip the tokens over, and under the token there's a token with a number that says how many ships there are and what type. Mm-hmm. So you have hidden movement that way, and I haven't seen any game do that. Nice. But,
we should always look back at older games, and they've got some really cool mechanisms, right? And you should definitely explore some of those really fun things. I'll have to check that out. Sounds
1981.
I was born then.
But okay. I think the one I had was probably a new revamped version or something.
Rather than 7th.
Yeah. I think it was after 2000 at least.
Do you know what? No, I found it. I found it now. It's 2011. Space Empires 4X. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, that makes more sense. But it's it looks like it's from the 80s. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I reckon they've taken possibly some inspiration from that one.
Yeah, probably.
Good.
Cool.
All right. No, thank you for that. It's always good to just explore a few games, see what you like, see kind of where your interests lie and all that kind of stuff. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I basically like all games
basically
except co-ops.
All of them. You like me, Haakon, because I'm Dan, you're similar to me in that we like exploring a lot of new. I like to bounce around games. I like to try games. I don't fear trying games, I'm happy to push buttons and just explore the puzzles and go, well, what's this do? And I think I get a lot of enjoyment in kind of pioneering in that kind of space and just kind of trying those things. And I love it.
I like my board games like I like my cereal. Crunchy.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very crunchy. Yeah. Crunchier the better. I like the brain ache that a board game can give you and to work out its puzzle. Mm-hmm. I think me and JP are quite similar like that. We're like, we're not afraid of playing anything, whatever complexity. Yeah. And if it gets the brain going, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, we're fans of all complexity levels. But yeah, we do like a good puzzle. We like a good, like to get to the end and go, wow, that was satisfying. That was. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's just like, that was fun. That was fun to try and do.
I like to check my palms to see if they're sweaty. If they're sweaty, it's a good game.
It's just like...
because then I've been really excited. And,
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get into the main event then. Let's get into the main topic. This is why we're here, Haakon, right? This is why we've come to have a chat. So we were literally talking just before we hit record, so we're going to have to mention it again. But the whole reason why this episode is even here, right, is all Dan's fault in the best possible way, right? So we guilty as charged. So Dan
guilty.
And me have been playing a very well-known digital game called Balatro. And anyone hasn't heard of that, just go and Google it and check it out. It's like £5 or whatever on on the phone app store. Just look at it and play it. And we've been enjoying that a lot. I think last year, playing loads and loads of that game, talking about different decks and different jokers and things like that. So we won't go into it, because that's not what we're here to talk about. But the reason why that's relevant is because then Dan, I think just before Christmas, he dropped me a WhatsApp message and goes, "Oh, I've just backed this game. It's gives me this vibes of this other game," and drops me the link to the page. And I'm like, "Oh, well, I can't not look at it." So I look at it, and I don't know, it wasn't even 10 seconds. I think I was looked through it and went, "Yep," and instantly backed it.
Done.
And that's a rare thing for me, Haakon. I want to point that out. I don't sit and back millions of things. So there's something there that I think we spotted that I'm like,
I used to.
I think we've all been through that.
But not anymore.
Been through that crowdfunding cycle.
Yeah.
But these days I tend to be a lot choosier. And so this game is DECKO, right? Your latest.
Yeah, thanks for backing, by the way.
You're welcome. Yeah. We can't wait. So this game is DECKO. This is your latest design. And for those that don't know your kind of design history, you designed Villagers, right? And that series of games. So I played Villagers. I can't remember how many years ago. Quite a few years back. And I think I remember one of our team. I think it was Davey, picked it up at UK Games Expo one year, probably when it came out. And I remember playing that quite a lot during that year. I've always enjoyed that game. And and I can now, having seen the kind of artwork, and I think you do the artwork and the design, right, as well?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I can see
both the game design and artwork and basically everything.
Yeah, so I can see the synergies. And I can see where this is all kind of interlinked from a style kind of point of view. But DECKO. So very pitch DECKO to us, and more importantly, pitch DECKO to our listeners who are going, "What the hell is this game? What is DECKO? What is Balatro?" Just what is it? So pitch away.
Okay, so the elevator pitch would be DECKO is a straight up hybrid of poker and deck building, where you basically play 12 hands of poker, and in between you build your deck, and every player has their own deck, and they add all kinds of magical cards. And it's all about just winning against the other players as much as possible to get the most chips, like in poker. So that makes it quite different from Balatro, where you're more like multiplying a high score. But this is more like poker, real poker. Yeah. And one of the things about the game that is a little unique is the jokers. You can also buy jokers that are not mixed into your deck. They form a little tableau instead of permanent player powers. And all of those are linked to the actions you do in poker, like the betting actions.
Yep.
So you have jokers that trigger when you raise a bet, jokers that trigger when you fold, when you call the bet, and so on. All kinds of strategies emerge from that. You may have a player who gets to steal poker chips whenever they call a bet. So they might call more than they raise just because of that. And some players may choose to fold a lot early in the game just to because they can deck build better when they fold, and then they come back with a big deck and a good deck. I mean, and you get really fast deck building in this game because you always get to burn a card, permanently remove a card every turn, and you can burn even more. So it's not uncommon for someone to have a deck at 7 cards at the end of the game. The challenge then becomes to create a deck that beats everyone else, of course. And you may want to, okay, I should have 4 aces, but that's really hard to build because you don't start with an aces. But getting 4 8s is much easier. But then again, someone might later beat you with something better. And it's very interactive, high stakes betting combined with the joy of building a deck. So yeah. That's pretty much it.
If I hadn't backed it already, I'd be like, shut up and take my money.
There's always a second copy.
Oh, that's great.
I'm in.
Yeah. and of course, I have a copy on the way to you guys, so you can play the pre-production copy. So,
thank you for that. We're very looking forward to
thank you so much.
Hands-on and testing this. If this is good to play as it sounds and how it looks, I went for a real treat, I'm sure. So, I can't wait.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait to hear from you guys after you've played it.
Definitely.
I also want to mention there's another thing in the game. We have some what we call wildcard rounds. So in each game, there are 2 rounds where the rules are different. So in one wildcard round, it might be that it's all about having the single lowest card in your hand instead. And you know that round is coming up the whole game. So you want to build your deck towards that as well, to have that low card. But at the same time, you have to build your deck towards the rest of the game where you want a conventionally good poker deck.
Yeah.
And also there's a second wildcard round with a different rule. Like there's one called the Battle Royale where all the royal cards count as wild cards.
Oh, nice.
So then you want to collect those, but those are harder to build for in general. So you get this tension because you're kind of building for 3 different games then. And those special rounds also have a high ante where you have to put in a lot of chips. So you can't ignore them completely. Or actually you can ignore them, but then you have to do really well in the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And it's also created it's a race to build a good deck. So if you play really well compared to other players, the game could end early. It's that kind of game. So you won't get a situation where someone is just destroying everyone else and then it gets boring for a long time for everyone. It ends when it should end, when someone is dominating the game.
Because this is what me and Dan were talking about, I think, literally before the recording, is I enjoy poker. I like playing poker. I haven't played for a while, but I like the experience that poker gives me. But there's always a bit in poker where you've been at the table for 3 or maybe 4 hours and money's come to you, money's left you, money's come back to you, money's left you. And then you get to a natural point where you go, I can't be bothered anymore. And so with this being not constrained, but this has been designed around a 12 round experience with twists along the way. Not only twists along the way in terms of the round and the wild cards that you speak of, but twists in the fact of how the flop cards work. And we'll probably get into that in a second, how the jokers twist everything outside. There's loads of different exciting mechanisms that are just changing poker into this shorter, more focused and fun experience. And I just think just sounds like a wild ride just from starting on, it's all simple. We've got our standard deck of, what is it, 2s to... 2
copies of every number from 2 to 8.
2 to 8, yeah. So you've got pairs of each number from 2 to 8 in your starting deck. So, it's all going to start off, I can't do much right now. And then as you get more and more into the game, you're going to create some wild and cool kind of magical moments, which I'm looking forward to trying out. So I think maybe for those that are less familiar with poker and kind of want to know more about the gameplay loop, can you kind of walk us through a typical round structure, how people would acquire cards from the market versus also how they acquire the jokers, and kind of just bring that to life, just so people can imagine what is happening in the game.
Okay, close your eyes. Take a deep breath.
You're in a seedy hall.
I'm at the table. I'm there.
Yeah, you can hear the slot machines. You draw your hand from your deck of 5 cards. And then one player is what we call the blind player. That's the same as in poker. That player goes last. And they have to start with betting some chips. In the first round, it's going to be just 1 chip. And also, it's what we call the house has to bet the chip, and whoever wins this round gets all those chips. At the moment, just 2 chips. And then we start with the player next to the blind player, who can now burn a card, and then they remove that card permanently from their deck. So we're already heavily into the deck building, and then they get to draw a new card from top of the deck. After that, they can choose if they want to stay in the bet or leave the bet, or raise the bet. That is when you add extra chips to make the bets higher, to make it more high stakes. And then we move on to the next player, and you go on until all the bets are equal. And then the betting ends, and then we show our cards. And then the winner gets all the chips, which are the victory points in this game.
Yeah.
And after that, everyone except the winner gets to buy new cards from the market. And that's a natural catch-up mechanic. So if you win a lot, you get to buy less, and you get the worst deck. And
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it works really well for that. And then how many cards you can buy and what cards you can buy is determined by what hand you have. So if you just have a pair, you can buy cards for $1.
Yeah.
Then you'll only have 2 options for the cards. But if you have like a full house, you can buy for, I think, $5. So you'll get to buy more. At the same time, you can buy jokers. And those are not bought in that way. They are bought by spending chips instead. So you lose victory points, but they'll empower you for the whole game. That's going to really shape your strategy from now on. And you can also buy some special actions like flushing in the flop where you buy cards from, and you can burn an extra card and stuff like that. And then we move on to the next round. And another player is blind and has to go bet first. And as the game progresses, the starting bets will be higher and higher.
Yeah.
So
stakes get higher.
There'll be more and more high stakes. Yeah, so it's very much designed dramaturgically. There's a beginning, middle, and an end to this game.
Is there a chance for players to be knocked out before the 12? Or is there always a way to catch up if you run out of chips?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. There are, you can take loans in this game. And the loans are unusually generous. So the way they work is they actually, if you run out of chips, you can get 10 chips from a loan. And you only have to pay 5 back at the end of the game.
Okay.
But you can only do it if you run out.
Yeah. So it's to stop
So that can happen.
Yeah.
And that can happen to you twice. And if you do it a third time, you're kind of screwed, but then the game is over anyway, very, very soon.
Yeah, you're probably going to lose and must try harder next time.
Yeah, and I also...
Were you blindfolded?
Yeah, exactly. So, and also there's another catch-up mechanism there. And if you fold around, you can pick any card from the market for free.
Oh,
so
wow.
folding can be really strong. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with folding in this game.
Like a turn order? Is that a turn order when you pick that card?
Yes, it's kind of like if you fold, you take that card immediately.
Okay.
But if you stay in the bet, you have to. Yeah.
You might want to fold early. Yeah. You go, I really want that card. That's looking at me. It's winking at me. Yeah. That's going to help me with the wild card round that's coming up in maybe next round, 2 rounds. I'm having it. And it's worth folding this one. I don't care.
That's spicy. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's all kinds of shenanigans. There's a queen who can be used as one of the cards in the flop. Yeah. And there's also a wild round where you're playing Hold'em instead, so you use cards from the flop. And of course, if someone folds then and removes the card you were planning to use in your hand, then they're screwing you over, and you have to pivot from that. So it's very interactive. Yeah.
I really like the fact that, because again, you compare it to standard poker. Yeah. And it's exciting when you win the hand. Of course, you get all the chips. Everyone else is just like, great, lost. Whereas this, twists it on its head because you're like, I'm actively wanting to lose, but not lose with the worst hand. I want to have a good hand, but I might want to lose with it just so I get more buying power. And that's really cool because it's like I kind of want to come in just under the winner, but then you don't know what everyone else is playing because that's poker, and then you might end up winning and go, damn, I've gone too much. Now I'm winning VPs, which is fine, but I really wanted to buy 3 cards because of and I think this is probably a good time to talk about the flop and the flop card. So again, these aren't just standard cards. This is what's excited me probably the most, right, about this game. Because the flop cards are really cool. So they're not just, oh, it's a 9 or it's a 10. You probably got those in there. But you've got some cards that is a pair of cards in one card.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got cards that could be a picture card and a number, right? So it's either this or that.
Yes.
And you've got so many things that are twisting up the standard expectations of what the cards do, and I think that's really exciting because then now that's making your deck really kind of unique and special in your own way, which is what I love about deck builders. Right, it's what everyone loves about deck building games. Is I've got my own creation, and by the end of it, it's doing some wicked combos and really powerful, like you say, I'm going to use your word, shenanigans, because it's one of my favorite words. And yeah, so the flop cards, I can't wait to just have a fun through and go, what do these do? You know?
Yeah, I agree. That's so much a lot of the joy in deck building is just buying a really cool card and trying it out and seeing how you can use it. So,
and I love the artwork of the flop cards. I've seen a few of them, and they just look really cool. They take a conventional deck of cards and just, I imagine you just had fun with it, with the artwork, and just, gave different art styles kind of combined to like some of the dual cards you've got. I can see one of the cards there. There's a 6 and a 3, and the way that you've kind of just manipulated the art. This looks really cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I try to make it like a metaphysical, like cards could be melting or evaporating or stuff like that. Yeah,
it's very, very, very cool. So with the jokers, as you said, you buy jokers using your victory points, your chips, and there's 6 types, right? All kind of matched to the core actions of the game. Is it that you can have one of each type of joker?
Yes.
So you can only have one of each size. So the max jokers you can have is 6, one of each type of action. Okay, so you can't end up with 3 of the same type to make that, because it will probably end up being really swingy in different ways, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's it's a way of keeping things a little civil. And,
but you could probably find synergies between the jokers, which is actually
definitely
like you're trying to build a chip generation engine out of the jokers and what they're doing. Like you said, if you flop, you do this, or if you call, you get chips or steal chips from other people. And so trying to find those connections between the jokers as well as the flop cards and what they're doing into your deck, and hopefully drawing that to make use of all of those connections is can't wait.
It's like Joker with like poker with a lot of extra control that you create through the game.
Nice.
Yeah, so surprisingly little randomness in the end. I know everyone has these souped up decks.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. You get to the end and go, God, what did you end up with? I ended up with this. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But like I say, it's poker, so it's interactive. Like poker is a very interactive game. You are trying to outmaneuver your opponents. Bluffing and all that kind of stuff is still kind of there. You know. Have you got the good hand? Are you going for the good hand? So it actually adds more dimensions. I think this game.
It really pays off to just watch your opponent and they start to repeat themselves, playing the same hands they built. And how can you counter that? And you can also add the cards to the top of other players' decks with some mechanisms. That's the thing you do.
Nice.
And
cool.
So they might have a joker that lets them draw extra cards. But if another player has placed a card on top of their deck, then they know what card they're getting. And there's a max hand size of 7 cards, so you can make them fill that up with crap just to kind of balance it. If someone is too good, right? If they're sticking a nose too far forward, and as we say in Norway, then you can take them down a notch.
Exactly. It's what I call the Mario Kart effect.
Yes.
Blue shell.
I'm going to blue shell you because like, if you're getting too ahead, you're going to get picked on. That's just how it works. So it is a race at the end of the day, right? Because you're racing to, is it 60?
Yes.
Yeah, so you start with 20 chips, if I'm not mistaken. Start with 20. You're going to have to speculate to accumulate. So you're going to have to start spending some of those chips on jokers and obviously betting with, which you might lose or whatever. But ultimately, you're trying to build that engine to get to 60 the fastest. And whatever mechanism through stealing, through earning, through playing really powerful hands or whatever. So ultimately, the goal is 60. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and you might have a player who's seems to be doing bad most of the game, but then they have a big cash in at the end when all the stakes are so high and they just win a lot.
All in.
We should have punished you some as well, sneaking out. Yeah, that can happen.
Amazing.
And there's some cards are crypto cards.
Yeah.
They have this multiplying score going on. If you have 4 crypto cards, you get 4 chips for each of those. So you get like 16 chips at once, regardless of winning or losing. Nice. So really all kinds of stuff that bend the rules.
Yeah. That's what we want to do. Yeah. We want to bend those rules.
Did you find that you had any jokers in there that were just too overpowered that you had to like bring them down in play testing, or you had to get rid of completely because they were just too insane?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So the way I design games, I play them a lot by myself, and then I play them with other people, of course, as well. But usually I can figure out stupid stuff like that when just playing against myself four-handed, and that got me to change and cull many jokers. I had one joker that let you take a card from the market straight up to your hand. And used it in the same round, and that turned out to be too good because it's so super flexible and so many cards like that.
Nice. So when designing this game, was there any mechanisms in particular that you felt was difficult to get right straight away, and you needed to really, really kind of battle with it to kind of make this work? Was there any kind of component of the game that you just had to wrestle with more than the others, or was it quite a seamless experience?
It went quite smoothly actually. There's a balancing challenge there with you have the 8 starting cards, right? From 2 to 8 you start with those, and then there are the other cards from 9 and up to the ace, and making getting those powers just right. I have to give the 9s and 10s quite good powers. Otherwise, people wouldn't really draft them because it would be better to just collect 8s and 7s.
Yeah.
So they have lots of doubles and stuff. And same with the royal cards. They had to actually be made quite powerful with their abilities, in addition to being high cards. And that surprised me. And but also I figured that out. It worked really well. So, yeah.
Cool. So how many players is it? What's it go up to?
It goes up to 5.
Okay.
And it goes also all the way down to 2.
Oh, okay. So it plays well at 2.
In the beginning, I didn't think I would be able to make it work with 2 because it's poker. But then I played around with it a little bit, and I thought, wow, it's actually quite cool with 2, probably because of all the deck building.
Yeah. So, I was surprised to see it a 2-player. Yeah.
Is there any neutral player elements that you have to add in there at 2 players, or is it just fully synchronized with 2? Is it like a neutral player?
Yeah, you don't have to add any dummy player or anything like that. The only thing I had to change for 2-player, and that's a rule that applies for all player counts, is if everyone folds except the winner, then the winner gets to buy cards. And that rule was necessary to make 2-player work. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, otherwise it could just ruin the game. Playing against someone who just folds all the time, it wouldn't be any fun.
Fold done.
And for like half the game. Good. So now they have to really have a good reason to fold, and they have a great incentive to try and win the bet always.
Yeah.
So
that's really good because,
nice.
I was thinking, maybe you have to have a minimum 3 or something like that, just because of the dynamics of poker and how it works. But yeah, the fact that the additional elements you've added into the game actually naturally makes this work as a 2-player. That's fantastic. Because you can't play standard poker with 2. It just it doesn't kind of work properly. So the fact you can play this and get that feeling of poker. And scratch the itch of poker.
Get the poker itch.
But with all the added twists that you've added in. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think it works because it's so much a pure deck builder.
Yeah.
It's almost, I would say, more a deck builder than a poker.
Yeah, exactly.
That suits me fine.
Yeah.
What's the kind of average length of the game then? So how long, let's say a 4-player, how long would that typically take to play your round? It sounds like you can get through 12 hands or 12 rounds in a fairly short time, right?
So, I did the math there. I think it's 23 minutes per player is what I figured out.
Very specific.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I know, probably too specific, but I put that on the box, actually. I think that's nicer than just saying 1 hour and then you play with 5 and it takes 2 hours. And then, it's more honest. So, it's very fast with 2, and if you play with 4, it's going to take a bit more than an hour.
Hour and a half kind of aspect, which, these days is great because, I play 4-hour experience or 3-hour experiences and I don't mind. But we have a thing in our hobby where we have games that we play on a work night, or as we call a school night, right?
Yeah.
Because we've got to go up and we've got life and adulting duties to do the next day. And then you've got your weekend games and your event games, which you don't mind if they take 8 hours. That's fine. That's all I'm here to do. It's cool. So it's quite nice to have a nice crunchy experience for around that 90-minute mark. Obviously, depending on player count, of course, but that you can just blast. And also have that, shall we go again? I love games where you play a game and you get to the end and you look at you look at your watch and you go, we could do this again, couldn't we? And off you go, re-rack, reset, and off we go. And I love that.
Yeah. I got that in the playtest.
Especially on a school night.
So that's really nice. Yeah. Yeah, you have to get up early. Yeah.
Nice.
Not me.
Yeah.
No, Dan's a night owl because of typically.
I'm a night owl.
Yeah. See, Dan obviously does the podcast, but obviously this is not our main job. So Dan's an entertainer. He's a singer and entertainer. And
I am.
Yes. All sorts, don't you, mate? So,
cool.
Yeah.
I make people smile for a living.
He does.
It's my job.
Does it very well. We've seen Dan.
I do.
Dan in action many times.
It means that I can play board games until 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and have no effect while everyone else is asleep because they can't hack it anymore.
However, do you have anyone to play with that later?
There isn't many. It's not. I'm kind of like solo games for me at that kind of time of the day because I got no one else to play with at that time of day. Yeah. But then if you want to play a game at 10 o'clock in the morning, ask someone else. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it sounds like a great lifestyle. Yeah, I'd love to live like that.
It's not bad. It's not bad
as well. Yeah, as well. So I suppose with the DECKO, and I'm looking at the game, and obviously it's the initial kind of iteration of it, and it's all new in there. And my mind just goes into obviously the design of it and the mechanisms of it, and I'm not saying you have all this ready, but it must be pretty expandable as well. In the fact that you could add more flop card varieties. The jokers are an obvious area where you can go, you know what, there's more jokers, packs of jokers that will completely shift this game around. So the core system remains the unit, the foundation, and it's the same thing, but there's lots of ways to expand and influence that core system, isn't there? So, and was that a conscious kind of choice as well in the way that you've designed this so that you could, if you wanted to, expand in that way? Or was it you just designed in a self-contained experience?
Yeah, I definitely want to keep that option open. Because that's always a nice thing to have. But it's also made to just be great the way it is, of course. So there will probably be future expansions. For now,
I mean, I cross my fingers.
I haven't said that to anyone yet, so that's that's a catch for you guys. But in the stretch goals, I added more jokers, but I haven't added any more flop cards yet. The reason I haven't done that yet is because I'm thinking the expansions might be just a whole new flop deck, like 54 new cards that you can either use instead of the existing ones or create or add them together and make a double deck crazy game.
Yeah, because there is a case of dilution in obviously adding more and more into that deck, right? Which is, I call it the terraforming Mars effect. Like when you add in all the expansions of all the project cards and it sits on the side and you go, wow, how many's in there? And we play it like that. Like we just throw it all in because we don't care. We're mad.
Yeah.
But it's that kind of thing where, if you've got too many options, and obviously you're not expanding the rounds of the game because that'll make it twice as long, you might not see what you're trying to get. And therefore, so it makes sense that you would just go, here's another deck of flop cards that has some new synergies, new strategies, that does some new things. Yeah, that's cool. But like you say, if you want to mix it all in, it's your game. You do what you want.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. They have to be designed to go together. They have to be carefully balanced. But you can also allow do a crazy game. Use a wild card every round. Use all the decks.
I'm wondering if people are going to use real money to play DECKO. This is what happened, Dan. Like you go, right, I'm putting 20 quid in. Right, everyone's £20 in. Yeah. There would be pound coins or whatever. Maybe not, but you should poke it.
I'm going to get really angry rules queries then.
Yeah.
Really serious.
Might get more serious than maybe I want it to. Especially when you're stealing money off people using a Joker's card. That's mine now.
Yeah, I got warned by the fulfillment company that I would get charged for having a gambling game.
Okay.
They arrive in port in Europe because people can gamble with it, and then you get an extra tax.
Yeah.
So that will.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it's slightly gambling adjacent, then they put on.
Have you been charged that? If you don't mind me asking, have you been charged that?
No.
You managed to evade that?
No, I don't know yet. They're going to arrive in containers in port, right? And if there's an inspection, they might take a look at it and decide it's a gambling game. So,
fingers crossed that doesn't happen.
Yeah. I hope not. So it's all kinds of things you have to deal with publishing that I'm just learning because this is my first self-published game.
Yes, because it's under Gem Games, right? Which is your publishing company, which is great. Yeah, right? It's great to kind of have that end-to-end, right, from design to getting into the hands of the players like us. And but I can imagine it's a lot as well, right? Which is like, oh my god, there's so many things that you need to know, the logistics of it all, of how you get this game. Whereas if you work with other publishers, which you have, just I've got an idea, I'm working on it, and you might work with other people to develop that further, or you might go, no, this is it, and they buy the kind of rights to publish it. Then it's like, now it's your kind of headache, and I hope it goes well. Let me know.
Exactly.
But now
it's it's a lot of responsibility.
Your headache, but your baby.
Yeah.
And that must be pretty cool to kind of have the seed of the idea. And we talked to a lot of designers that have done similar things to yourself, is, the genesis to on the player's table, and you're involved in all of that aspect, and getting that to its fruition must be pretty rewarding. Because, I work in project management in my day job. So I manage complex projects, and that's why I have no hair anymore, because I used to, but that's gone. That's way gone. And I know they're complex projects, especially delivering product, and what you have to do to get a physical product to someone, especially with deadlines and the logistical matters, all that. So I empathise with you massively.
So I do. I outsource a lot of it, even though I'm working a lot. The logistics is all up to the quartermaster logistics, which is kind of the biggest and most expensive fulfillment company. So, but they will handle everything. Like they'll have someone drive to the factory in China and pick the games up. Take them all the way to people's homes for me. So I'll pay a little extra for that, but it's worth it because it's complex, very, very hard.
I don't have to worry about that.
I bet.
Like
Yeah.
You're
sorting that out. That's cool.
I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't think of anything worse. I don't know how JP does his job. I don't know how you. And even to think about having to logistically do a board game ship would be crazy.
Yeah. What business are you in, JP?
I do mainly kind of business transformation, IT, delivery, kind of projects. So, yeah, it can range from putting systems in for companies, or it can range from we want to acquire a different company and we need to integrate it into ours, and all of the fun and games that can entail from people, process, and technology, and just merging it in. And yeah, I kind of work in different aspects of that. I won't go into it because I'm going to bore a lot of our listeners. But that's typically, it's a complex area, but I do kind of weirdly find it fun because I think you have to find some joy in what you do at work, right?
And you come home from that, and then you play a complex Euro game, economical Euro game.
Yeah, I don't know how. That's how I rest though. Like I think. My rest time is to have my brain leaking out my ear, I think. So it's just the context is different.
I know it's like in computer games. Like you can have a stressful day at work, and then you go home and play something like Dark Souls or something, which is super stressful.
Escapism. It's escapism.
Yeah, you're stressed about something unimportant, and then it's fine, and then it's just relaxing.
It's complete distraction.
Absolutely.
It's the stakes are definitely lower in a tabletop environment, but I like to use the grey matter. I think that, the brain's an important muscle, and I kind of feel like when I get older, I want my brain to be sharp. I want it to be, my body could be crumbling, right? But I want my mind to be as sharp as it possibly can. That's why I love games.
Wheel me in front of a board game, please. Can you move those pieces for me? Because I can't do it. But my mind can. But you need to move this, please. Yeah.
But it's supposed to be good for an aging brain to play games, like counteracting Alzheimer's and all that stuff.
Exactly, that's the plan, right?
I see that every day in my job, so it's I'm a firm believer of I'm a firm believer that if you keep the brain working and doing, a board game's bound to help. If you're there crunching your brain all the time to try and think of strategies, then it can only but help.
Yeah, I would think so. Like if you're treating like people are senile, then they need to relearn the clock and stuff like that, like rewire the brain, and we like rewiring our brain every time we try a new game. Yeah. So
I'm converting resources from wood to stone, and then like there's no tomorrow. So there's nothing that we can't achieve.
Exactly.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I could totally see myself in a retirement home somewhere, basically nagging everyone around me. We basically have this old games club where every day we'll be going into the living area. It's like, right, we're busting out Eclipse. We're playing Eclipse, guys.
Yes. You have all the time in the world.
I've had this drink. Yeah. I've had this drink. I've had this drink.
I mean, I'm not going to rush to get there for sure, but there's some calm. There's a nice calmness around that feeling, and thinking, that's not a bad way to see out my golden years, So,
absolutely.
So there we go. I digress. Just to wrap up the DECKO chat, then. Anything else you kind of want to mention about the game?
Well, it's going to be available now on GameFound until the end of January. Yeah. So. And it's going to ship quite soon. I mean, people will receive their copies. Some people will receive it as early as in May. So
that's a wicked.
Not that far off.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm getting what they call the white box copy now from China sent to me today. That's like a copy of the game where everything is white. Just to control the insert and stuff.
Sure it will fit.
So they have everything they need, and they're going to start rolling out production very soon. Brilliant. So. Yeah, everything is in order. So please check that out. And I also want to mention that there will be a big box additional villagers coming out from Sinister Fish.
Nice.
With a new expansion with new cards from me.
Okay.
So that's something to look forward to for people who like villagers.
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, we'll put all the links in the show notes. If you're listening to this and go, this game sounds pretty cool, And I love poker and I love deck building. So why wouldn't I check it out? Check out the link in our show notes. We'll direct straight to the GameFound page, and you should see a little button that says Late Pledge, and you just click on that, and away you go. And I'd implore you to check this out. It's a game that more people, I really truly believe, should be talking about. And I cannot wait to get this in front of me, Dan, and the rest of the gaming group. They're going to love it. We've got loads of poker fans in the gaming group, so I can totally see them digging this as well. So yeah, I can't wait to try it out. And thank you for sending on the pre-production copy in advance of when we get it.
Yeah. And if you like it, I'll also send you the final copy, which will have more cards and
bless
more
you.
final and nice.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Thank
of course.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. Okay, so let's kind of get to the end of the show. Kind of last questions then, really. The last question is, what are you excited for in the future? What's coming up for you, whether that's in the gaming industry, the hobby, anything? Like what's exciting you? What's coming up? Apart from the Villagers big box, which you've mentioned, which is cool.
Well, there's also a third thing going on. I have my worker placement game called Yonder. Which, it's been in production for a long time now, but it's finally going to ship now quite soon. Nice. And then it's going to be in retail. It's already been being translated to German and I think also Spanish. That's going to be a really heavy game for me, my heaviest yet. Where the workers are like fantasy races, like elves and goblins and dwarves and stuff, and they have different abilities. And it's really cool.
Nice.
You had me at work and placement.
Yeah, exactly. That's always a nice thing, isn't it?
It's my favorite mechanic. And
you also have to feed them, like in it's a UV roast.
Uwe, that's it. Uwe,
yeah, we can't let them starve. We've got to keep them fed.
No, we don't want those begging tokens. We don't want those tokens.
Negative victory points, please. That's not what we need.
No.
That's cool.
But you can have undead workers, skeleton workers, and they don't eat. So that's what you can do in that game.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, that's thematic.
Yeah. Or you can have ogres that just eat twice as much, but they work much harder.
Much. Nice.
Yeah.
Like that. Nice.
And everything in between. So, yeah.
Okay. That sounds interesting. I think we're pretty much at the end, guys. And I've enjoyed learning a little bit more about the game. I'm even more excited than I even was, which is
same.
Not possible.
Can't wait.
Not possible.
Can't wait.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight on the show. And as you say, if anyone has enjoyed the show, then please share it with your friends, share it with your gaming group, share it with anyone who loves poker, anyone who loves deck building. Share, because we need to get this kind of game out there for other listeners and get them to check it out. If you like the content that we do and everything that we kind of strive to achieve, then please support us. We are on Coffee as well. We love any support that we get on the podcast, and anyone that does support us, we love you, and please keep doing it because it makes our show even better and allows us to do more and more cool stuff. But I think all that's to say is thank you, Dan. Thank you, Haakon, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
See ya.